Okay, ready to get swept into Starr's world.
Let's do it.
Angie Thomas throws us right in. I mean, the hate you give doesn't hold back.
Right.
Right away, we're dealing with Starr and these two completely different realities she's navigating.
Yeah.
Garden Heights, her black neighborhood, and then Williamson, this predominantly white private school. Talk about a headspin.
And it's not just her, right? So many people understand that feeling. Trying to straddle two worlds, trying to fit in, always feeling that pressure to change who you are just to be
It's
accepted.
like she's got different versions of herself.
Totally.
Garden Heights Starr and Williamson Starr.
Hmm.
You can feel it in every page. You know, that weight of code switching, the way she changes how she talks, how she acts, what she wears. It's a lot.
It's more than just changing clothes, though.
Yeah.
It's deeper than that. It's like, imagine. Imagine feeling like you have to shrink yourself.
Oh, what?
Just to fit in, just to be accepted, never fully being able to just be you.
Right.
That's the tightrope Star's walking every single day.
And Thomas, the way she describes parties, talk about different vibes. I mean, the music, the atmosphere, even the way Starr talks about it, you get it. You immediately get how different these two worlds are.
It's like a light switch. She's constantly flipping back and forth.
And then there's Starr's family.
Oh my gosh.
Talk about complicated.
Where do you even begin?
You've got Big Mav, her dad, reformed gang member, owns this local store, right?
Yeah.
But he's basically Garden Heights royalty.
Yeah, he is.
The guy commands respect,
Oh yeah.
but you can tell.
Yeah.
You can tell there's this weight to his past, this awareness of the choices he's made.
Yeah, he's carrying a lot. And Lisa,
Oh, yeah.
Star's mom, she's a force.
Strong woman.
Protective. That's not even the word for it. She is the rock of that family.
Yeah, and it's, I mean, especially in Garden Heights, you feel like danger is always right there.
Always lurking.
And then there's Seven, her half-brother, trying to figure out where he fits in.
Yeah.
Especially with King always around.
Oh, King. That adds another whole layer. He embodies that danger, that tension that just hangs in the air in Garden Heights.
You can feel it.
You know, he has this impact on how Starr and Seven see the world. Heavy stuff.
And you know what gets me too?
What's that?
Daddy store.
Yeah.
It's more than a business. It's like this.
It's a haven.
Yes. A haven in the middle of everything.
Safe.
Yeah.
Community. You feel it as soon as they talk about it.
Absolutely. You see the heart of Garden Heights right there.
Totally. Mrs. Jackson, she won't buy her greens from anybody else but Daddy.
I love that.
The guy's hanging out, getting chips. Mrs. Rook's organizing.
Oh, right.
Khalil's funeral fundraiser.
It all happens there.
All of it.
It's like even in the toughest places, you can find this amazing sense of community.
Absolutely.
And that sense of community, it's about to get rocked.
Yeah.
I mean, remember when Starr bumps into Khalil, that childhood friend, at the party?
How could you forget that scene?
And Khalil, he's not just some kid, you know.
No, not at all.
He's deep, philosophical.
Absolutely. Remember when he breaks down Tupac's Thug Life acronym?
I love that part. He wasn't just reciting lyrics, he was dissecting them.
Totally.
Yeah.
He was showing everyone, look, this is my reality.
This is real life. This is what it means.
This is how society shapes us. That cycle of impact,
Yeah.
the lack of opportunities.
And then
it all changes.
tragedy, a routine traffic stop, and Khalil.
Yeah.
He's gone.
Just like that.
And Starr, she's the only witness.
The weight of that.
I can't even imagine.
Suddenly, the media, they're painting him as a thug instead of the kid. Starr knew. The one with dreams.
It's only one and more.
The one with plans. Just like that. His whole story, twisted, reduced to a label.
It's so unfair.
It is, and it happens all the time.
And that's it right there. That's the core of the hate you give.
That's the heart of the whole thing, how society labels people,
Yes.
judges them before they even get a chance.
Yes.
And those labels, they can be deadly.
It makes you really stop and think
Absolutely.
about every news story you read, every headline,
Every single one.
because we're getting a very, very small sliver of the whole picture.
Exactly.
And Starr, oh man,
Yeah.
she's carrying the weight of the world on her shoulders.
She really is.
She's got this knowledge, right? That what she saw could change everything, but speaking out,
It could shatter her entire world.
how do you even process that?
It's unimaginable.
And she's still just a kid.
So young. But at the same time, she's dealing with this burning injustice, knowing that staying silent, that just lets the lies win. The lies about Khalil, the lies about everyone who looks like him.
It becomes bigger than just one case, you know?
Absolutely. This is about all the other Khalils out there, all the victims whose stories we don't hear.
The ones that get silenced. The ones that get twisted.
Starr's struggle, it's like a mirror. It's reflecting this huge fight. The fight for justice, the fight to finally be heard, the fight for a world where your life isn't decided by your zip code.
Or the color of your skin.
It's everywhere in the book. The way Starr's family argues about how to handle everything, how the community reacts, even the way the media spins it. It's messy. It's real.
And that's what makes The Hate U Give so powerful.
Absolutely.
It doesn't shy away from those hard truths. That anger, that grief, the frustration.
It makes you confront it.
And then there's that turning point.
What's that?
Starr's decision to do that national interview. She goes from hiding to, wow, the spotlight.
Huge decision.
Huge. How could she not be scared?
But she realizes, staying silent, that won't bring Khalil back. But maybe, just maybe, it could prevent another tragedy, another innocent life lost.
That takes so much guts.
Especially when you're that young.
And you've already been through so much.
And even with her family there.
Yeah, whistle for her lawyer.
They've got her back. But you can feel that pressure.
Oh, yeah.
And the interview, powerful, raw.
She's giving Khalil his voice back.
She's showing the world the real him, not the label.
Yeah, and you see it, the ripple effect. Her community rallies behind her.
They're with her.
But there are others, doubters, the ones criticizing her for speaking up.
It's like, wow. Just shows you how divided we still are.
And that brings us to the grand jury.
Oh, man.
Here she is, 16 years old.
Out to relive that night.
In front of the people who get to decide if the officer faces any consequences.
It's a lot.
It really puts it in perspective, The fight for justice is not easy.
No, it's not.
It takes incredible courage.
Resilience.
And just a willingness to tell the truth.
Even when it's terrifying.
You can feel it in that room.
All those biases
Tense.
that got Khalil killed in the first place, it's not just about that one night anymore.
It's about the whole system.
Exactly.
And that scene, it's hard to read. You're right there with Starr, feeling her nerves. The way she has to relive every detail.
How they question her, doubt her.
Like she has to prove his humanity.
Over and over again.
It's brutal. It reminds you that justice, it's not always blind.
No, it's not.
The system, it's not always fair.
And sometimes, even when you tell the truth, it's not enough.
And that's exactly what happens. Despite everything.
Her testimony.
Evidence.
The grand jury. They don't indict the officer.
Devastating. For Starr, for her community.
That punch in the gut.
It's like the system just failed.
And you can feel it, that collective heartbreak, the anger. It explodes.
And then the riots start.
And it's not just anger, it's years, generations of frustration, of being unheard, unseen.
It's like a pressure cooker.
And it finally bursts.
And like everything just explodes.
Layers of it building up.
And you get it, you understand why.
You have to.
But then on top of it all, you've got this other layer, this betrayal.
Yeah.
The attack on Daddy's store. That changes everything.
That was their safe place, the heart of the community.
I know. And to find out King was behind it, Seven's own, like
this whole web of bad choices.
And it forces this impossible choice. Leaving Garden Heights? I mean, how many families go through that?
Trying to escape the violence. But where do you go?
And it's more than a move, right? It's leaving behind a whole history.
Your support system?
It makes you think about all the impossible choices people have to make. When the systems, the ones that are supposed to protect you, when they just fail.
They're left with nothing.
And through it all, Starr, she grows so much. She's not that scared kid anymore.
She finds her voice.
She really does. She goes from feeling powerless to realizing that her voice matters.
That's such a powerful message for young people.
Anyone who's ever felt like they're not being heard.
Speak your truth.
Even when it's hard. Even when it's scary.
I can change the world.
And it's not just about individual growth either, right?
No, it's bigger than that.
It's about action. It's about coming together as a community.
To demand better. For everyone.
You know what really stuck with me? That part where they're talking about names.
Oh, yeah.
Seven makes this point. What some people might consider unusual names.
Right.
They actually have this deep cultural significance.
Totally. It's all about perspective, isn't it?
What? He's like, some white dude named Scott probably came over here and started calling everyone by their last name because he couldn't tell a Deshawn from a Darnell.
It's funny, but it's so true.
Language can be powerful.
It can be used to hurt, to silence.
Starr and Seven, they challenge us to examine those biases.
To really think about whose stories we're telling.
And whose we're not.
Exactly.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into The Hate U Give, what sticks with you?
The power of using your voice. Don't ever underestimate that.
That's a great place to leave it. Thanks for diving deep with us.
Absolutely. See you next time.